back to Rekha's Healthy Aging channel, where healthy aging is in your hands. The goal is to empower you to take control of the aspects of health that you can. So, I am a physical therapist with 3 decades of experience in neurology and geriatrics, and I'm also a functional standards of optimal aging expert. Today, we are going to talk about cardiovascular fitness or aerobic fitness on how to get your heart and lungs stronger. Now, you may pick any activity of your choice, such as walking, running, jogging, dancing, swimming, biking, even lawn mowing. Pick an activity that you enjoy, do it with a friend, and it's bound to help. Now, the good news is that research shows that 10,000 steps is not necessary. What you really need to do, according to the Center of Disease Control, 30 minutes a day for 5 times a week, which adds up to 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity, is good enough to maintain your health. For more improvement, of course, up to 60 minutes is great. So to do 60 minutes at moderate intensity, almost all our phones now have a pedometer which can tell you the number of steps per minute. So 100 to 120 steps a minute is considered moderate aerobic activity, which adds up to only 6 or 7,000 steps in an hour. And that's plenty. That's great to prevent lifestyle diseases. Most important is to get up and move. Now, walking is the simplest activity. If one just walks to the neighborhood park or walks in the neighborhood mindfully and enjoy the changing blooms with the changing season, it has immense benefits. A sedentary lifestyle increases the risk for morbidity, and you have increased risk for losing mobility as well, and that becomes a spiral because loss of mobility ends up where person gets isolated and depressed and then bedridden, which of course has a whole host of other problems, physical problems like UTIs, pneumonia, and bed sores, and we don't want to go there. So when you pick a simple activity like walking and the weather is bad and you don't have access to a stationary bike or a treadmill, here are some activities you can do at home to maintain good cardiorespiratory. Now, don't forget, after your 20s, you do need to pay attention to a good warm up and cool down. Refer to my flexibility videos numbered 2, 3, and 4 and precede those before you do any cardiorespiratory activities, aerobic fitness activities. Remember, do not do high impact activities on back-to-back days. If you do your flexibility or stretching a minimum of 5 times a week, I aim to do it every day and it ends up being at least 5 times a week. And then if you just do a low impact walking activity, you can do that 5 times a week. But don't forget to do strengthening at least twice a week, not on back-to-back days. And then if you do high impact sports or play tennis or other activities which are more intense, then 3 times a week is ideal, but not on back-to-back days. So remember, none of the programs I show you is a one-size-fits-all. You have to use your judgment, check with your doctor, or if you've had recent surgery, have chronic disease or chronic pain, please make sure your healthcare professional clears you to do the program. If the weather is bad, it's raining and you're used to doing walking outdoors, you have no excuses. There's plenty of ways to do it at home, or if you're traveling and you don't have access to a gym and you're unfamiliar with the area. So here's something you can do at home very easily. So we just do some high marches on the spot to warm up. So you do some high marching, put on your favorite music, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 forwards and 1, 2, 3, 4 backwards. And you put on your favorite music, do it for 10 minutes, do it for 20 minutes, ideally do it for 30 minutes. And then you can do some side stepping. This is for the people who are just used to walking outdoors. And then if you want a more intense workout, I will be showing you several more things you can do to get your heart rate pumping and increase your respiratory rate and your heart rate and get a good workout in a small space with no equipment at home. So here's the first idea, and now we'll go to the second one. You can put your timer on and go ahead and do some jumping jacks for 1 full minute. So you just do jumping jacks. This is great, of course, for your heart and lungs. Also fantastic to stimulate bone growth. So these are simple jumping jacks. Go ahead and put a timer for 1 minute. Another simple thing one can do easily at home is reverse lunges. These are my favorite too because you get a really good workout and you strengthen your knees along with stimulating your bones. So this is called a reverse lunge. So you lunge forward and then you just do reverse lunges like this. And you can do this again with a timer for 1 full minute. And you get a really good increase in your heart rate and your respiratory rate. So it does count as an aerobic exercise. So the next one is called mountain climber. Again, put your timer on for 1 minute, put on your favorite music and lean on something solid like which won't move. So this chair is pretty sturdy, and then stand back from the chair, and then I just want you to run on the spot. That was the fourth one, and there's one more thing that I like to do on rainy days when I can't step out for a walk or play tennis or go for a swim. Another great full body exercise which gives you aerobic fitness and strengthens your whole lower extremity. Very good for the hips and knees. So you just squat back. So you should be able to see your toes as if you're sitting in a chair. You squat and then jump up. So it's a squat jump. Again, you can put your music on, put your timer on and do it for 1 full minute. So if you do 3 rounds of these 5 exercises for 1 minute each, that's 15 minutes. And you get a great workout at home with no equipment. So I want to show you this sideways as well. So here's the squat, where you squat backwards and then you jump up. Follow my channel, Forever Young, Forever Fit. Keep your body tuned up and your mind tuned in. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.